for Back Alley Bazaars. As an editor, Eric's published the anthologies Dark Tales of Lost Civilizations and After Death, the latter of which won the 2013 Bram Stoker Award.
Oh.
Yeah. You can read his novella, Baggage of Eternal Night, a finalist for the 2014 International Thriller Writers Award. And watch out for his new book, Chestnut Bow, set to release in 2015. Eric Guignard. Guignard?
Guignard.
Guignard.
Thank you, sir.
Woohoo!
Alright, so this is an excerpt from a short story I wrote called Midnight and Jefe Bowman. I'm skipping into it a few pages, so as a quick backstory, it takes place at the onset of the Civil War on the Tennessee side of the Smoky Mountains, and it's about a little boy, Jeff, who's a little bit on the rotten side. He works all day on his parents' farm, but all he wants to do is play. His playing, though, is a little bit mean-spirited, so he alienates everyone around him. And naturally, the devil comes to help, because he just loves mean boys. Midnight and Jefe Bowman. One afternoon, Jeff's woes got the best of him, and he sat on the dirt road outside his family's farm with his head between his knees, sobbing pitifully. The devil heard Jeff crying, and he wanted to know what distressed him. Y'all may not know this, but Satan actually has a tender spot for crying children, especially those he favors. It's a sad affair, even for old Scratch, to see tears fall from the face of rosy-cheeked youth. He put on his coveralls, straw hat, and moseyed on up the road to meet Jeff, red tail trailing in the dust behind like the rut left in a field after a plow is passed over. "Mind sharing what vexes you, son?" Satan asked. Jeff replied, "I ain't got no one to play with. Mom and Pa are busy working all day, and my brother's left to go fight in the war. The other kids say I'm too mean, and the neighbors call me a bad apple." "Well, I know a thing or two about apples," Lucifer replied with a wink. "There ain't nothing wrong with you. You just make different decisions than other folks. That makes you pretty special, in my opinion." "Thanks, mister. Hey, you want to play with me?" Oh, the devil leaned back his head and roared in laughter. "Oh, there ain't a thing that would please me more than to tear up this old land with you. But I've got a pile of other obligations to keep me busy." I understand. You're just like the other grown-ups. You got important things to do." Oh, Satan winced at that. He didn't ever want to be considered just a grown-up. He empathized with the impish boy and felt a tremble in the black hunk of coal that sat where a normal fella's heart might beat. Though Scratch is the lord of the underworld, with all manner of sorcery and abominations at his disposal, he'd much rather be playing than working also. Collecting souls and punishing the wicked, it's a thankless job. And after all, Satan didn't really have much in the way of friends either. The devil contemplated the matter and said, "What you need is a dog." "We've already got 3, Jeff said with a sniffle. "Are you talking about those mangy coonhounds that sleep under the porch all day?" "Yeah, those are your pa's dogs. A bar needs his own dog, and that's true as an outhouse needs stink." "I guess," Jeff said. He shrugged his shoulders and traced a finger through the dirt. "What say you should a new whelp come scampering by this very moment?" "I'd be pleased to meet him, I suppose." At that, a black mongrel of a pup bounded up the road as if following that rut made by Scratch's tail. "Well, look at that. Here he comes said. Jeff saw that dog, and he grinned large as a Yankee tot. The mutt was shaggy with big ears that flopped at each step, and a bushy tail that wagged back and forth like a bent compass needle searching for north. It was about the size of a one-year calf with plenty more room to grow. A big pink tongue lolled from its mouth, and black eyes twinkled in the summer sunshine. There was something wild about these eyes, like a nefarious joy, as if they were searching not for a rabbit to chase down, but maybe a pack of uppity Baptists from the revival tent. The dog was pure black, dark as winter shadows under a starless sky. Jeff knew right away its name was to be Midnight. I reckon the two of you are going to have a heap of good times from here on out. Jeff didn't reply, but tousled Midnight behind those floppy ears. The two looked into each other's eyes and felt right away the warm affection of friendship that companionship sought in a kindred spirit. Satan didn't say another word, but just ambled back on down the road with the whistle on his lips. If Jeff got into trouble before, it was plumb multiplied now. Scratch don't give away anything for free. And though he didn't ask for anything as insidious as a little boy's soul, what he did gain was a priceless fount of personal pleasure by watching the rapacious antics of a rascal youth and his hell-born dog. Oh, did Satan grin and chuckle at the mishaps caused by Midnight and Jefe Bowman. Those two tore up the countryside like a gale wind blowing through a nest made of sparrow feathers. They urinated in wells. They shepherded snakes into people's beds, laughing all the while. One time, Jeff pretended to be an Indian, and he rode Midnight like a horse through the mountains, shooting poisoned arrows at livestock. Another time, he wanted to be a pirate, so they flooded the Cherokee Valley and sailed across it on a log raft, sparing no prisoners. Once, Jeff wanted to fly, so he and Midnight leapt across the face of a full moon. Those people that saw fell to their knees in fright. He wasn't asked to do farming chores no more. Jeff hardly ever went home. When he did, his folks shuttered the windows and they bolted the doors. That dog is the devil's imp, Pa told him. Yes, sir. I can't argue with that, Jeff replied. And